Before we was really interrupted by equal commentary. That's what you call it, a commentary. She had a young man. I don't know why people think they got to lie. There's nothing to lie about. I cannot stand the mother. Wayne, since you like to talk, but she called you out for everybody. You got for lessons. Oh, time out! The hell has froze over. Now she was a straight woman trying to sleep with her.
I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's say niggas ain't tickles me so much. Andre! And he stood up and you studied, and he took them 3 steps, and I had to turn the brightness on my TV to make sure I saw correctly. I did.
This is why she's
on. But no.
Micah muted my mic.
So,
Hold on. You can't do that. You can't mute my mic. He'll walk by you and say, Black Lives Matter.
The one who you don't like it, that they get fired because they're doing excessive force. But you don't like black people. Which one?
Sit up. Hold on. Let me sit up. Hold on. Let me adjust my role.
not today.
Let me adjust my role. Okay.
He went in. He's banned. Like, come on, bro. In my opinion, he was not attractive. It wasn't no time. It's like you don't feel like whoever you talk to, I don't think they're attractive, but you. So access to the Capitol like that, it would have been a cat up in that booty.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of AllFor1. I am Micah-Jamal. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Micah-Jamal.
And of course, it's your girl Chris. I am back, and you can follow me at Little Bit Is Fit.
Very back.
Wow.
That is. So tonight we do miss Wayne. Wayne is at work allegedly.
Allegedly.
And then Lamar is running late, like always, bright skinned people. But I would like to say thank you and hello to people on Instagram. It's our first time going live on Instagram. And I don't like how this looks.
Where?
Look at it. The backdrop. It's bad.
Oh. Y'all will just excuse our backgrounds.
We are under construction.
We are under construction.
But it looks bad. But anyway, so Christian, how have you been? You was missing in action last week. I thought I would have to replace you because that's what I do. But how are you doing?
Irreplaceable. That will never happen. I don't even remember. What was the person's name again? Oh. Anyways, but I've been amazing. I had to do some stuff that was very time sensitive as I am a businesswoman. So it had to be done. So, you know.
So you saying none of us are businessmen?
Listen, don't put words in my mouth, but if the shoe fits, baby, wear it. If it doesn't, then don't put it on. Cinderella. All right. He's coming with it today, but he don't know I got something for him. So.
Oh, that is fine. I'm so sad that Wayne is not going to be here because it's an issue that I need to address. But of course, I need all the castmates here to address it because we have a Judas.
Do we?
In a mix. And that Judas needs to be put on blast in front of all the castmates. So maybe next week everybody's back together and we can go ahead and address it. So Christian, Lamar.
No. We're not gonna move past the Judas comment. Excuse me.
So Lamar's on his way. So I'm gonna do something with you that I did with everyone else last week, but you wasn't here in order to do it. So basically, we're gonna look back to what you had on your vision board for December 2020.
Okay.
for your 2021 year, and let's see what you have done and what you have not done. We did that last week, so let's start with yours. All right. So, yeah, it started back up. So, Christian, we have Christian 2021 Vision Board. You had financial stability, launch businesses, homeowner, pass science class with a B, more self-care time. Your quote was from Philippians 4:6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. So,
hallelujah.
Christian, on your list, what have you done? What have you not done? And what's your status? Give us the status.
Well, I have not launched my business.
Failure no more.
Relax. Woo. There were some things that had to take place for the LLC part, so that's coming.
Okay. Congratulations.
Hey, Monte. And then what was the other thing? Oh, homeowner. No, I am not a homeowner. My mother did transition down here.
I want to say
down here.
Died, okay? Come on now.
She transitioned down here, so I kind of put a stop to it. But I do still have my process going.
Oh, okay. And then you said financial stability.
Yes, I am very financially stable. I will say that I did accomplish that goal. That's probably the most important.
Right, because girl, you didn't ask me for some money in years, baby. Every other day you ask for 200 here, 500 there. I'm like, dang, sis.
Woo! I asked him for money probably twice. That's the 2 times he did.
4 times. But listen, you did what most people don't do. You paid back.
Oh.
So you can ask me for money anytime. If I got it, you got it, because I know you're gonna pay it back. I like some of these other hoes.
Ooh. And then what was the other one? I don't remember. That's really bad. Homeowner. That's the gist of it, but
allegedly.
who's in it?
Ivan, one of Lamar's friends. He was here a couple of months ago. He should come back.
So after all of that, I wasn't in a relationship, and that wasn't on my vision board because that's not nothing I was focusing on. But that was an accomplishment. So.
Well, I'm so glad. So I'll try to fill in. While Lamar, I don't understand. You know that we start at 9 o'clock. But yet and still you're trying to do stuff at 9 o'clock when we start. So we're just gonna go ahead, and once he get over here, I guess he will tell us whatever he's been up to that was more important than our supporters.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So let's get started for tonight. So let's go here. So tonight we're gonna talk about a few things. One is gonna be the Ari Fletcher live. I think I may differ than most people because, and we'll talk about that in a second. We're also going to talk about one of your favorites, Pastor Mike Todd, and the stunt that he.
It was not a stunt. Let's use our verbiage correctly.
Okay, but the illustration.
The illustration.
Okay. The illustration that he pulled that I'm just.
Okay, that we're going to discuss, and we're not going to judge. Okay.
Too late. Exactly. Too late.
Okay.
And then we're also going to talk about Jenny. Ma and Jeezy. I don't understand why.
I don't know how he got Gucci.
I'm like,
I said Gucci.
Right. I'm like, who in the heck is Jenny and Gucci? So I was confused. So when I kept reading about the topic, I said, oh, she didn't want to have Jenny, Ma, and Jeezy.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to the 2 top questions that we have tonight. The first one is, will you be able to check yourself? Which I thought was really good. And then the other question is, what was the other question?
Are you able to? Oh no.
What's the other question?
It was about Nene. Do you believe someone can change your
the
mindset and bring out the best in you, etc.?
Right, because Jeannie, Ma, and Jeezy got me Jeezy. So we're going to talk about that. So guys, we will take a 1 minute and 30-second break. Then everybody will be back on the panel, getting ready to start tonight's show. Thank you guys for watching the little preview, I guess. And thank you, Instagram. Love you guys. We're gonna have to try to figure out.
They're gonna see behind the scenes.
Yeah, you're gonna see everything. So we're gonna try to figure out this Instagram thing
It's our first night,
until we get it down pat. But actually, what we can do, because I just saw this here.
It's time for another. I know you fucking lying.
So the clip of the week that I want to see is one of my favorite reads ever. Okay, Miss Phaedra Parks come for Miss Kenya and read her for Phil. So let's watch this clip of the week.
And while she's sitting around running around talking about my husband and the father of my children, and she spends her weekends peddling through sperm banks, looking through catalogs to try to find a donor. Honey, you don't know if your baby daddy will be an axe murderer or a child molester, because what you will know is that he needed $10 to get him a medium-sized pizza, so he ejaculated in a cup so you could have a kid. Now check that.
So it was the check that for me.
She said she's looking through catalogs and sperm banks.
Trying to find a donor, baby.
And she ain't gonna know who the baby daddy is, if he an ex-murderer or not.
Because all you know that he needed $10 for a medium-sized pizza, so he ejaculated a cup so you can have a baby.
Bred that baby for Phil.
So another one of my favorite, and I got to go back to my brand. Now, if you guys don't have anything to do, Wednesdays at 10 p.m. join me for MJ Live. It's a political and a hot topic show. But something that is coming on, starting February, I'm going to do these MJ Live specials that we actually going to talk to other people, and we're going to talk about real issues. So all month, next month is going to be all about relationships. So we're going to have a mixed couple. How you guys, because it is 2022, but it is still some stupid people. It still are stupid people out there that don't believe that black and white should be together. Or, you know, Mexicans, or not Mexican, what they call them, Hispanics and white, or Hispanics and black should be together. I think it's stupid. And I'm also trying to get one of my friends, he's in a 3-way relationship.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So I want to talk.
And you're gonna have a great couple that is just God-fearing and love the Lord on there.
I don't know about God-fearing, but yes, hopefully you and Juan is coming on, so we can also see how you dating and still being a Christian. You know. So all of that. So anyway, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be. I can't wait for that. So that's gonna probably be on the Sunday or something. I'll let y'all know. But anyway, my favorite clip of all time. So it's not the fat lady in her thing. Hold on, guys. I hope I still have it on here. It is definitely not Joe Biden, because ain't nobody.
Okay.
But I do have one Joe Biden clip I want to play, and then I'll play my.
Grenade, oh yeah. Throw my hand on a blade, oh yeah. This bitch got me paying her rent, paying for trips, diamonds on her neck, diamonds on her wrist. Here I am all alone.
And that's how we feeling about Biden. All these lies you told us. You still ain't forgave these people's student loans. You still ain't did. But my favorite clip of all time, y'all gotta watch real closely so you can. They're so stupid. But that is have to be one of my favorite clips of all time. So, not canceled, baby. Hey, I would say even y'all. Hi, Iman. I hope you guys are doing good. But hey, wait, where's your vision board? So we did our vision board last week. The people who was actually here for work. Unfortunately, Christian did not show up for work, so she wasn't able to.
Christian was
do her vision board.
Working on work that was monetary at that moment.
Also, we not important. We got you. That's
We're
cool.
voluntary today.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no monetary.
We got you. Anyway, so Lamar has finally came into the building, so we can finish off this short show. I don't understand how you supposed to be the host this week and you late for your own show.
Wow.
You know, so I was gonna talk about Wayne tonight and all of his issues of not being here, but I cannot because. So guys, we're gonna take a we can't even just let him come on up. Let's just let him come on in. Because I can't. You look like Mr. Brown. That's what you looking like.
Hey y'all. What's up?
You looking like Mr. Brown.
What's up?
Lamar has showed up, guys. Welcome.
Finally. Oh, I can't. Just had to do your job for you. So let me go here and hush, and you let me know what topic you going on. I'm gonna play it.
Are we gonna introduce the guest?
Oh yeah. So Lamar introduced our replacement for Wayne. I mean, fill-in for Wayne.
Go ahead.
Hey everybody. I know y'all had to deal with some shenanigans. I do apologize for my lateness. Y'all really wasn't missing too much anyway. But
exactly, because
what y'all saw was nonsense anyway, but it's okay. I understand some people want to be seen with patches, but I mean, when you have patches, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, our guest for tonight,
his
name is Tay.
Hey y'all.
Yes.
Talking about my
railroad tracks, but it's okay.
Leave my man alone now. All right, go ahead with your show.
Oh, y'all can follow me on DeMonte Madison on Facebook for all the supporters out there. So.
Come on, DeMonte Madison.
I have to bring y'all someone chocolate and sexy and tall.
Yes, sir.
Because you know
he's tall.
But so because these two to my left, especially one seems to be very keen to allowing people to spit on them, we're gonna discuss that first.
Oh wow.
Who spit on
that man? Put a whole loogie in his hand and patched that man's face with it. Okay. But for me, I just want to know. So would you be okay with it?
So let's
with the message. You can express the message to the world.
Oh, well, I have the video.
I can't stomach the video now.
No.
Oh, I have a video, so let's go.
I'll direct to the video.
Yep.
Oh, okay, well, let's go to the video. Let me pull it up. Here we go.
Changing something, and you don't see it clearly yet, but you hear. And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn away. What I'm telling you is just as he's physically standing here, knowing what's coming. God's saying, can you physically and spiritually and emotionally be able to stand when getting the vision or receiving it might get nasty? I'm going to say it in a point just like that. Receiving vision from God might get nasty. You mean, God, I just bought, in crazy faith, I just bought my dream car. And now you're going to ask me to sell it back and ride in the hoopty again? Yeah, because the vision I'm about to give you, it might get nasty. And do you hear and see the responses of the people? What I'm telling you is how you just reacted It's how the people in your life will react. When
Okay, that's.
Did y'all see the drip off the man's face? But go ahead, explain to us what was he talking about, because whatever he said, I'm sure no one got it.
Okay, so I'm going to first put a disclaimer out that I am in no way, shape, or form or fashion supporting what he did in terms of the action. But I am also, do not put it on but I am also not going to sit and condemn or judge him. So that I'm going to say that. What I will say is, although the actions that he did to try to illustrate a story in the Bible, which is blind Bartimaeus, it was very extreme, and that might not have been the best way to go through. You have something to say? Did I hear you? You sure?
Keep going.
The motive and the intention behind it is what I saw. Now, am I grossed out? I cannot watch the full clip. Even when he was just playing it, I did not watch the clip. But I will say the illustration and the motive behind it is understood. The action was very radical and probably was not the best way to illustrate that story.
So Ivan said this. I'm sure Jesus wasn't doing all of that. That man ain't Jesus. I would have beat Pastor's ass.
Half y'all niggas like spitting your mouth anyway, so what's the difference on your forehead? That's all I got.
Well,
it's the truth.
No argument for me. But I felt like it was one of the moments, whatever he was trying to teach, nobody got it once he spit in his hand and wiped it. And then in the video, when you can clearly see it drip off of his man. No, no.
Well, and I think, and even when he went back, and him being a man of integrity, he did go back and he did apologize. But
apologize for what though?
He apologized for the distraction of the illustration. So maybe we should have pulled that clip in addition to the clip that you just showed.
Okay, now.
Okay. No. He apologized a long time ago. He apologized days ago.
So now I have a problem. Now I have a problem with it because I didn't really see a problem with it because I grew up in the church, so I see all kinds of illustrations. So it didn't bother me because I'm like, because I understand what he was trying to do. I don't think he's a good preacher because I was so bored listening to him. But for you to come out to apologize, I don't like when people do things, especially if you are telling us that this is, you are led by God, you are led by the Spirit. Well, you thought about this before you went to do it.
You need to go back and watch the apology before you say that.
So you waited until everybody started coming after you.
No, that is not true. Again, that's what I'm saying. You need to get the full context. He didn't wait till everybody came after him.
When did he apologize?
He apologized right after. Y'all follow the Shade Room? Is that where we got the story from? Isn't that where the link came from?
Oh, I don't know.
It was on the Shade Room. Go ahead to the Shade Room. It was not because people, what he said in there is that he apologized for the distraction because his intentions was not to bring a distraction towards the actual spit. He was trying to show the illustration. And he said, I encourage you, if you only saw that 3-minute clip, to go back and watch the entire sermon because it would all make sense. But he said he apologized for the distraction of it because people were distracted from the message behind what he was doing based off of the radical illustration that he did.
So if you only seen the 3-minute clip, go back. So therefore, if he said that, he apologized for
the distraction.
After people came after him. So, okay, Pastor.
You heard everybody that watched it, so it don't matter.
Even in the church, his own church, was it? But it was nice.
See, he was smart. He should have did what they said. He should have had all the gays in the front, and he would have been welcome. They would have ate that up. But I did not. Yeah.
I will say this though. I will say that he was very clever with it and very nice when he said, "You see what you all just did? That's how he."
It was cleanup. It was a
good cleanup. So then Iman said this as well. He said, "Oops, a couple of comments. First one, right, Jamal? He backtracked either you with God or not. Hold on, let me finish the comments and then you can address it.
No.
The next, Jay Smith. He also said to stay with your husband if he hit you.
Stay best friend, Jay.
Oh. He also tell the women to stay with her husband.
Sometimes men make mistakes. They make mistakes. Okay? He's still a good father. He take care of his kids, okay?
Oh, wait. He give you a run for money.
Iris said, well, was he led by the Spirit or not? Period.
Okay, so my question is, that has nothing to do. Well, I can't say that because I wasn't the person who did the illustration. So I can't, based off of watching the clip, I can't say he is led by the Spirit or not. But you also can't say, are you with... Right, but you can't say.
What about COVID? We forgot the biggest part is COVID. At the end of the day,
come on,
it's a safety precaution that he should have taken.
Now that is so true.
That's a good point. But let me address this. This has nothing to do if you're with God or not. So let's just take that out of it. Him having an illustration and having scrutiny come towards what he did and him apologizing does not mean that he's denouncing God and he's not with God. So let's not put that radical comment out there.
Oh, we never.
I don't think that's how he said that.
Let me finish.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
She's more out about these church folks.
But
when Pastor Holy One was showing now, she wasn't saying nothing.
Well,
who's Holy One?
Jamal Bryant.
That's not my bishop nor my pastor.
He your bishop, but he pastor too.
I follow his ministry. Yes, I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I need you to defend them all, Sister Queen. That's all I want.
I can't speak to Jamal Harris. What's his name?
Harrison Bryant.
I can't speak to him sleeping around people and his
But can I say
wife
one thing though?
I can't speak to
I think we forget that pastors are preachers. Well, preachers are people, and they all fall short at some time. And I think this is one of his moments of falling short.
That he didn't hear from God that day.
He went past falling short.
Not to put no skin on that man.
Because my thing is, at some point, you had to go talk to somebody. You had to look at that man and say, "Look, I'm about to do something to you. I'm about to do something to you." So if your sister came to you and said, "Hey, I'm about to do this,"
I wouldn't have agreed to it. He made a decision. Okay,
but that's what I'm saying.
I'd be like, Tiffany.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's just be real. You know how you a kid and you have the snot in the nose and your parents just go,
that's nasty.
And they wipe
but
it
you
off.
wipe it off.
But no, that's what I'm saying though. So at some point, you had to say this to somebody like, "I'm about to do X, Y, Z."
You had to run it by some people.
Yeah, I mean, he again.
It was clear, so it got ran. It was clear.
Because I know somebody's
clear.
And that's my issue. It's like
it got ran.
You all clear.
And if you cleared it, you know what?
He's on the pastor D.
That's his wife.
So his wife should have said, "No, baby, don't do that."
That's a good look, man.
That's his wife.
We watched Green
Wait, he is supposed to say, "No, baby, don't do that."
Because before he did anything crazy, he was asking his wife.
Yeah. And again, I would like to say hi, Instagram. We cannot see any of your comments. This is our first time on Instagram, but thank you guys so much for joining in with us. If you want to hop on Facebook at AllFor1 or the YouTube, we can see your comment. But any last issues with this church counseling people? Okay. Anyway, it's done. It's only 15 seconds. Just a little boom. All right, so our next topic, Lamar, which one are you going to next? We have the video of the Ari.
You know?
I think that's only two.
Oh, well, then go for it. We can talk about Miss Fletcher who got dropped from Phoenix.
Oh, I got some comments on this, y'all.
So do you want to do the backdrop and before we play this clip so we know what we're watching?
Go for it. Did everybody know who that little tramp is?
Oh, wait. She's a mother.
Well, she's a mother.
She's a mother.
Bitches are too.
Oh. All right, well, here we go. Let's see.
So let's start there. That's one. Two, y'all are in the comments like, oh, when I was in a relationship, this boy put out. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about what happened to you, what trauma you had. Nobody cares. This is you trying to victimize yourself and use this. Oh, like this. Yeah, don't worry about my wig. Yes, child. Anyway, like, please, stop. You in the comments, you telling your stories about, nobody cares. We do not care. We don't care. We don't care. We do not care at all. Like, we don't care. We don't care. We don't. We just don't care. One time my boyfriend, so what? So what? And now what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Y'all trying to victim. You want to be a victim so bad. Why you want to be a victim so bad? I know I look crazy. Y'all don't know about it. But like, we do not, I swear, I promise to Jesus, we do not care. Like, not this much. We don't care. Why y'all trying to victimize yourself and make this, guns.
Ooh, child.
She is a good.
And you said she was a what? A famous what?
Famous hood rat, in my opinion. Don't you know?
Ooh, child.
You always upgrade on the dick, in my opinion. And she got to be
Can't say that.
Oh.
The D.
The D. Sorry, guys. I'm apologies.
Yeah, the theme.
Pushing the
The raw.
But needless to say, she got dropped by Ariana. Wrong person. By Rihanna. And a lot of people seem to be upset that she got dropped for whatever reason. And I'm quite confused on why people felt such a way. Especially when Drea got dropped for the same thing.
So, okay. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second, right? So what she said, she was out of pocket, calling people victims. She don't know people's struggles. She don't know what people go through, right? But at the same thing, let's think, was she what type of a class of a celebrity she considered, like a B, a C?
We give her A.
She is a
She's an A.
But listen.
She's an A.
No, because Beyonce's A-list.
But
not,
for our generation, to the new generation, she's an A.
But let's be
her
real.
name is very deep in the streets.
I've never heard of her.
I can say that.
So she's a B.
I can honestly say because you know what I'm saying, in the streets,
So let's
she gets
think
brought
about
up in
I
conversation.
know, Karen, you
Right,
probably
but
know
the
her.
streets is not the industry.
But I'm
Let's
saying,
talk about
are we
she
talking
be-
about her now? Are we talking about her now?
But listen, so let me
She
go through
made
this.
it to AllFor1 platform, baby. So she'll
Well,
be
no, Rihanna, because of Rihanna.
Because that's right.
Because of Rihanna.
No.
That's why she didn't make it, because if she got dropped by somebody else who didn't have a name like that, it probably would not have made the show.
Yep. But nevertheless, I feel like in this situation, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you. You know, you like a nigga to rough you up sometimes. You know.
Oh no.
No, you don't like. No. If y'all gonna sit right here in front, like you don't like aggressive.
No, I don't like no nigga to rough me up.
Aggressive people.
So that's one thing. But you can't sit here when you just got endorsed by a woman who was publicly humiliated for domestic violence. And you get on something and you run your mouth and you thought, even if we say Rihanna's over it, yeah, that's in the past, but it's still a part of her life. You can't get your behind on anything and say, oh, it's nothing, it's whatever, it's dumb.
I don't want to sound like Ari right now, but I love you, Rihanna. And I say this for you. That happened over 12 years. That happened over 12 years ago. I know girls that have been beaten for 20 years and bounced back. Okay.
Oh my God.
So it's like,
but yeah, you're right.
You're right. It wasn't one time.
But that's not in the public eye though. Because it's not like she was just going to tarnish her career. You're about to now put something on Rihanna's career.
So, Moyne said, good point, Lamar. Nick said, shaking my head, telling your story might help someone else. She should have kept her mouth shut. What does she do? What does she even do? So, I will say this. Until Lamar just brought up that point, now I can understand. Because when I heard what she was saying, I'm like, why is everybody so outraged at what she was saying? People come in under her stuff saying, oh, I got beat, blah, blah, blah. To her, it probably doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And I think that the society is just coming so political correct, and everyone is just so pussyfoot that it's like, come on, like, don't be so sensitive. But now I do understand it's coming from Rihanna, who was drugged like a dog by Chris Brown. And you guys, and you guys still support Chris Brown after he drugged that woman.
And they do.
But I don't understand why y'all mad.
Because for Rihanna,
just
it's like
he's cute.
It hits home for Rihanna.
Yes, but and again, that's her baby. It ain't you a feature on my stuff and you want to show out. Bye.
Right. Well, and then this is another thing. When because he's saying she's relevant, he's saying she's an A-lister for the generation.
For the streets.
For generation, whatever, what's the generation?
Z.
Okay, definitely not the millennials, but Z. Okay, and she is an A-lister for them. You still have to be aware of your platform, and whoever your public relations person is, they should have told you that, because she probably had followers who are currently, unfortunately, going through domestic violence. So you have to be aware of the things that come in your mouth. Even if you don't care, you don't need to go on your platform and say, I don't care, y'all being victims, when you have 17,000 people on your live. But that just wasn't smart money-wise.
I also think, though, too, you have to think about it. When you're young, you do make mistakes.
He just loves everybody.
But that's true.
That's true. Now the issue with that is, we all know damn well ain't nobody held that woman accountable for it.
No. That's why no. Because believe it or not, in the blog she was getting dragged, so she is facing backlash for this. Believe it or not.
Yes.
But I'm not endorsing our domestic.
But I don't think it's in a way where, if something happened again, she won't do the same thing, or she'll just.
I mean, and so Rihanna, that probably was a good business move, because you have to think about when you have different endorsements and different people that you're connected to. If there's somebody a part of your brand slandering a community, let me finish. They're gonna want to drop all of their business ties. See, that's the same thing with the LGBTQ. You can't say anything about them and think that there's not going to be a consequence. You can't say, "Oh, I don't give a F about equality. They need to figure it out themselves," and not expect for somebody to go in.
Like Paul.
For me, I think that for me, and this is for me. Yes, she's a face, but she's not the main face of Fenty. Okay. Half y'all didn't even know that she was endorsed by Fenty until this shit.
And I didn't really know when I read about it. That's Fenty. But I was like,
I mean, Rihanna has to do what she has to do, but
I like Rihanna's voice, but I'm like,
I am weak.
For me, Fenty, I like Fenty, but I feel like it's a little too regal for me. It's a little too.
Well, I don't think you can wear their stuff.
Yes, they have menswear.
Yeah,
and don't what? Are you trying to jump for that man? If you want to wear the lingerie, that's him.
No, I look very good in the G-string, I feel, Just jokes, you guys. But no, for real though,
they look good, y'all. Are you single?
Lamar, what are you thinking? Guess what they asked. They said,
but I am not trying to be kept. Let's put that out there.
Oh.
And since we're talking about domestic abuse,
Lamar thinking?
We are going to now move on forward to the dad who was beating the mess out this man because this man popped his 9-year-old daughter in the eye and gave her a black eye. Oh. And the reason why I really wanted to have this discussion is because I appreciate the dad doing for what he did, but it impressed me with how many people were more so upset that the dad did what he did, and why no one called the police, why no one stopped the dad. But yet, if it would have been a different scenario, it would have been him.
So was the man black man or white?
Oh, it was a black man.
Two black men.
It was two black men. It was an older black man who popped a little 9-year-old in
what?
They don't say. When the video starts, this man he got his knee on that boy's neck. And
so was it a boy or a man?
It was a grown man.
It was a man, 22 years old. 22 years old.
But I'm saying, compared to the daddy, that was a little boy. Like, you don't hit my baby.
So the dad had the knee on the neck, but the black people wanted to get outraged because the white man had the knee on the neck.
Oh,
you see where I went with that, didn't you?
I got you.
Yeah, I knew you was going there.
But it was okay.
Oh, got you.
But we defending our family rights.
It's hood justice.
We want justice. But we want our dad.
He was severely beaten. He could have died.
But we want our dads to be dads, though. We want all these things, and when a dad does what he's supposed to do, which if we want to go back into the Bible, he did it. Oh, I was ready for this one. Because I was about to say, if y'all tried to go any other route, I was going to cut each turn that y'all wanted to go to off.
Okay, so what is so the issue is that the dad basically beat up the little boy and had him on the ground with his knee in his neck.
He beat the mess out of that boy.
My thing is this.
I'm just trying to see what.
Child, the best part of the video is when the mama come outside and the mama grabs him by his locks and drags him back to her front door. And the daddy called his daughter outside and was like, y'all see my baby eye? And then the video cut off because he said, oh, now apologize to her. And the boy was like,
so the mama of the daughter?
oh yeah, both of the parents was out there.
But you get.
And they dragged the little boy.
Oh, the mama did. The mama grabbed him by his head and said, you want to hit my baby because that's the only child I got. I'll be damned.
This is my only part where I felt sorry for the perpetrator at heart. He was literally yelling the name, like his age. He's like, I'm 22, bro. I'm 20. Help me. Like he was literally screaming for help. At that point, don't you think it's time to let up a little bit?
No.
So what's your stance on it? I'm confused because you're giving me mixed vibes. Yeah. So
I appreciate the dad for being the dad and beating the living daylights out of this grown man for popping a 9-year-old. Because black dads need to be appreciated a whole lot more than what the world does.
But if that,
and black men too, but you know, it's something about black daddy.
But if behind all of this action, he was put in jail for attempted murder or murder, then that's another black dad loss. Am I correct?
That is true. Then you go back through the same cycle trying to break.
But my daughter knows that she can come to her dad about anything at any time.
Not if he's in jail.
She know her daddy love her.
Not if he's in prison.
Because there's plenty of little girls that be getting popped and they go to their daddies and their daddies don't do nothing.
So I'm conflicted because on one hand, I'm glad that the dad whooped his ass because you have to let the young girls know it's no right. And I know you LGBT probably come after me. I don't care you think you're a girl. If you have a penis, you should not put your hands on a one man. However, women, you should not provoke men either.
Or put your hands on
men either. So I'm glad he did that, but then you bring up a good point. You beat him so much so that if you get locked up, now your daughter don't have a man to raise her.
Now what if that boy was spanking? What if, I done got my ass beat. I know I'm not going to win this fight, so let me show out.
But you said the lady drugged.
And I appreciated all of it, yes. Because the daddy was still there, though. So it wasn't like, it's not like she drugged him by himself.
I'm sorry.
It's not like she drugged him by himself. Oh, not me. Y'all did y'all job. I appreciate it.
For me, I feel like
the
proper precaution should be,
you know what I'm saying?
I think for us as a black community, we always take things in the hood because it happened around my way to be exact. It happened in Fair Towns. I feel like
this happened in Atlanta?
Yes. Oh. You can't hear the accents? That's on 3 all day. Oh. Yes. I know that. But I feel like with the whole with him beating him like that, I mean, it's not really justifiable because it's just too much. It's too dramatic, you know. I can see it.
Okay, are we speaking? But let's think about the parental side of it. I mean, listen, I'm not condoning him beating up the boy like that, but let's take a different perspective from this. We talking about a man and his child. That's a whole nother type of burden that you.
But do you think the legal system is going to say it like that?
I'm not talking about legal systems. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is what the dad felt in the moment when his 9-year-old daughter
walked in the house
and told her that a man popped her in her. Like, you have to think about that dad. Period.
And that's why.
And I mean, I'm not a parent, so I can't really speak from a parental standard because that's not what I am as of yet. But I can only imagine the fury that he felt with his child. Probably, I'm pretty sure she was crying. I'm pretty sure she was hysterical. She got popped in her eye.
Right.
And so a dad probably came in. You're not thinking about that. You're thinking about your little girl, who is a little girl.
Yeah.
Coming in and telling you. You're not thinking about, oh, well, he is 22. I ain't gonna beat him. I'm not gonna beat him that bad.
But
you're not thinking about that.
But you have to think about it too. On some real stuff, he's like 45 plus.
It doesn't, but you're not thinking about
it.
I'm
just saying, what I'm getting at some point,
right, you say stop.
Exactly.
You have to say stop. Because you have plenty of people that have killed their children rapists and end up in jail.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Right. Because the thing is, like, I understand you defending your child. I understand that. But to what extent? Like, if you take it that far
and they die, you're in jail.
What if the man would have died?
What if it was your child?
But I'm just saying.
I'm asking you, Micah.
I would say the last person that Zach said.
Oh, hell no.
ran up on him. I went to fight.
Was it Mike?
But
was it Mike?
It was. But at the same time, I knew how far to go.
Did you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No. This is my question.
But because I'm not going to jail. Did you not see me? I'm not going
Micah,
to jail.
you think you would have controlled yourself?
I think that the main question just revolves around if any of us have a nephew, if any of us have a niece, or any nephews in our families, and you've seen your niece come to you with a black eye.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, rage is the first emotion that you're going through.
Yeah.
You don't feel the need to think. All you know is who did it, point them out, I'm gone.
Yeah.
It's that. Now, granted, if there was anyone that was going to be level-headed to stop him, it should have been the wife. But again, even still, even for the mom to come in, and like they said, that was their only child.
But
you have one.
But the wife,
you have one. I'm not here to discuss, because then what? So even if I do come at you cool, calm, and collected, why did you hit my child?
No, go pop.
You're 22.
Do what you have to do.
You're not going to do that. I love you.
I'm gonna say, because you're lying.
You are not going to
You're lying. As someone that has known you, if one of your nephews pops in this damn house with a smoke, did you see her eye? Oh, because that girl was not gonna place you with a purple eye.
She like me see for
So you would have stopped. No, you would have stopped.
That eye was purple. She was not opening that eye no time soon.
Give her 3 days. She's gonna be straight.
You didn't stop over a card game. You definitely not.
All right. Well, the card game.
No.
It wasn't over a card game.
Hold on, so
listen.
Oh
yeah,
take me back to how it started. Because
I don't believe, but I want to know fighting. Okay, I don't.
Did you throw hands?
I don't believe in fighting because you know me for almost 3 years. You only know me to get in a fight once, and that's me protecting mine.
Who hit me first?
Okay, I didn't do anything. They stood up and attacked me. My right hand to God, they did.
Lord, don't he sound like a victim right now?
All right.
Ain't that what that girl just said, y'all? Don't be a victim. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care.
But no, she was saying it, but legitimately, like.
I'm just saying, I understand what you guys should say. He could have had some compassion and stop.
No, it's not about self-control.
I understand that. But let's be realistic about the situation. Like,
if
we're
you
talking
have
about
a child,
yes, you're not gonna
and that's
about,
your only child.
Yeah.
And it's a girl.
And it's a girl. And it's a man, a grown man.
But I'm not saying that I'm condemning what he did. I'm just saying let's look at it from another perspective. If something would have happened and the legal system would have got involved, then would that even matter what you have done? Because now your daughter has to grow up without you there. And that's the issue that I have with this Justice Department. And it's a whole nother conversation that we must have, how blacks are treated when it comes to the justice system. So as a black man, you got to be cognizant, yeah, I need to defend the honor of my daughter, but I also need to be here to raise my daughter. And that is what I'm saying. It's like, dude, I probably would have done the same exact thing. But at the other end, like, dude, we have enough women and young men raised up without fathers. And they're not going to think, oh, it was his daughter. They don't care about that. They see a black man halfway beat a black person or a person, period. Okay, you going to
They're probably not going to even say nothing because it was a black man that beat another black man.
No, they're going to say something. They're definitely going to say something. They're going to say excessive force on his ass.
I guess we have to just wait and see. But that's
so we will all agree to disagree. And I guess
agree.
What's going to happen is whenever these people have children and their child gets bullied for the first, y'all better not be in my life, because if you is, I'm going to sit right here.
You're going to be watching my baby.
And I'm going to say, so what you going to do because your child just got off the school bus?
Well, the one child that I adopted, he grown now, so I don't care.
So you not have no kids?
Maybe. I got to discuss that with my, shut up, my partner.
Oh, mama.
So now we're going to move on to some real shit.
Speaking of kids.
I don't have any.
No, she got a kid.
Who she with? Since y'all want to keep correcting because they both ugly.
Jeezy. Young.
Hold on, pause, wait.
Yeah, they both ugly. So, the question that I had to ask, is you know, for people who think of whatever is considered a healthy relationship. And me and my client was talking about it because, you know, my client was watching The Real, and y'all know Jeannie just had a baby. And if anyone has watched The Real, you know, we all have watched Jeannie say, I don't want kids, don't care to have kids. Yeah. Now here she is with a whole new man. She's happily married. They both ugly as far as I'm concerned. Who she with? Big Mouth.
Jeannie
she with Big Mouth. I said the man.
Oh, Gucci.
Because I was confusing Gucci and Jeezy. They both ugly. They both got big ass mouths if you ask me. But needless to say, she got married and she had a baby. So, which one? The one that showed up on the
both of them.
We only really like one. We don't care for the other one.
I love both of them.
So what's the question?
Thank you.
So, with that being said, you know, me and my client got to talking, so she was like, because even with her watching the show, do you think it's possible, I guess when you fall in love with someone, that your mindset changes, or that you being with somebody, I don't want to say alter, but
adapt.
Yes, you use that word. You adapt to a different way of thinking, you know, because again, we've watched, I think The Real has 4, 5 seasons, and we done watched her for 3 whole seasons. Like,
well, you know, because
I don't want any kids. I'm done. And then we saw the divorce. We got to see her attitude with the divorce, and we got to see her fall in love all over again. So
maybe that one did it.
That one did it. It was like a different man will make you in a different mindset.
Well, I think too. So this is my thing. I'm gonna speak from a woman's perspective, and then y'all can have it at this topic. I was very firm. Actually, I think I said it on the show that I would not date people with children. I was very. I said nope, not doing it. Don't want to deal with baby mom drama. But I am in a whole relationship with somebody who has a child, and I absolutely love her. And I think the person that I'm with and the way he carries himself in that relationship with his daughter and his child's mother, I think that's what shifted my mindset about it, because there was negative connotations behind, you know, dating somebody who had a baby's mom, because they always say the baby's mom will always mess with, you know, the baby daddy still. So my mind changed on that, and I listened. Now, granted, I ain't had no children, and I never said I didn't want to have any, but just to give the same type of perspective, that my recent relationship has changed my mind about dating with somebody with a child, because I was very much so against it.
In that sense, for me, it's not much of the child, it's much more of the relationship.
With the mom?
Oh yeah, because if you got an ignorant mama, I'm not dealing with that. So for me, it's never really been the kids. It's more, so what this other person like? Because I'm not.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I was coming from. I didn't want to deal with the child's mother before. Of course, not talking about this one, but just in general, I didn't want to deal with the child's mother. But I'm with this person who has that type of situation, and I'm willing to go through the ups and downs with it if there are any.
Good. That leads to the next question. So, with that being said, are you able to check yourself in a relationship? Like, if you could sit yourself down and be like, I need to check me. Are you able to?
Well, I will say this about the changing. I do believe that once you get to a relationship, that certain things in your life start to adapt, because everyone has the perception of what you want your life to be. But once you find someone that you committed to, then that perception, I mean, now you're living in reality, not a fairy tale that you think it's gonna be. So I can understand that, I don't want any kids, I don't want any kids. Now you found someone that is a family man, someone who loves kids, allegedly. Someone, boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's Trick Daddy who loves kids.
Yes.
Oh. Anyway, but you know, she want to adapt to, you know what? Yes, let's start a family now. You know.
And that's where
you want to give them what you want to give the person that's with. If you love them and they desire children, and that's somebody you want to spend your life with, obviously hopefully that will be a conversation before if you're really adamant or not. But if you're kind of like, I'm not really sure if I do or I don't, and you meet the person and that's a desire that they want, you want to be a part of that.
But she also said, like she did admit, he was the first person that ever made her really want to even have a kid with. So, you know, it's a two-way street, but that's where it goes into, are you able to check yourself?
Yes.
Because
are you?
Yes, I can honestly say that I can. And I have really, now, it is hard, but it's plenty of times that I'm calling or I walk back in the room and say, you know what, babe, I was wrong. That was on me. And it's hard because, for one, I'm very dogmatic and I'm very, like, I like to be in control of everything.
Just say you're controlling and you're egotistical.
Okay, true. So yeah, it is hard to do, but you have to know how to do that if you want to be in a successful relationship. So either you gotta be in love or you're gonna be right. Which one? Because sometimes you can't have both.
Well, love is an action word, not necessarily a feeling.
No, love is a noun. It's a place. Yeah. You're gonna be in love. I said, not loving. I said in love. Okay. But go ahead.
Anyways, so I do believe that you can check yourself. Now, I do. Well, actually, you will be very proud of me. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
I did check myself in that situation.
You didn't check the hose, but you checked yourself.
I did not check the hose. I checked myself.
Come on, somebody.
Well, I'm not gonna call them hose. They're not hose.
You know, it's for the show purposes. You know,
but no, I think it takes, and that's honestly where you see a lot of self growth that comes in.
And I don't think y'all hoes. You know, I love y'all. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Just in case they're probably not gonna watch this, but it's okay. So it takes a lot of self growth because, especially in relationships, like intimate relationships.
I want to say, what you put your hands on him for? You don't know.
Not.
Are
you sure?
I'm trying to get him in one, but he don't want
nobody. You sure? But anyway, so I think when you're in an intimate relationship, it takes those moments of being humble and being understanding and open to something that is different. Because although Micah, I'm sure he thinks he's right 97% of the time. If I know him anything, he thinks he's always right.
Because most of the time I am.
Wow, way to check yourself. But it does take that type of mindset, because like, just not full disclosure, but a little bit of disclosure. Me and my bae, I was in a situation, maybe we're not situation. Me and my bae had a little heated fellowship, is what we call them. And I felt like in the midst of it, I was so right, until I really sat back and I was like, dang, like I really, really was wrong. And it does take a big person to admit, but or even a friendship. Micah, he did it with us, y'all. That baby was wrong, and he can't.
Can someone else chime in, please? Because she's been talking a lot tonight. I don't know if she had an edible or she had some real good sex. But can somebody go ahead and chime in?
Oh,
where it was edible then.
Or that.
Am I able to check me? Well, yeah, because I feel like if my biggest issue for me is always going to be, I know me. Like, I get very annoyed when people love to say, like, I know you better than I think you know yourself. And it's like, no, you don't. Like, I've been living in this wonderful skin of mine for 30 years, so I know me well enough to know if I need to leave a situation, I gotta go. If I need to leave the room, I'll leave. If you need to be like, Lamar, this ain't the time or place, I don't have a problem doing that. But you know. And plus, I kind of enjoy it.
Checking yourself?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Like, I do it every day. Like, even when I come home and like I get off work and like I'm just sitting in my bed, it's like, okay, did you really even, I don't like half of them. Even when it comes to like my job, and it's like, so could this probably have went a different way, or whatever the case may be? The real issue is more so, do I care? So I can check myself, but it's more so, do you really care if this ever happens again? Are you going to react the same way, or are you going to do something different?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Checking myself. For me, I naturally have self-control, so I don't really have to check myself.
So I'm gonna ask all of my fans that real. I just have one messy
Mine is one incident,
It's one messy question. One messy.
Lies, all lies.
So, in your past relationship, since y'all are good at checking yourselves,
So I guess
and y'all have done this, do you feel like you might were the problem in your past relationship, or can you at least acknowledge your shortcomings when it came to that past relationship?
Wait, say that again?
In your past relationships, do you
still
feel like
chairs
you
as a
were
rock.
the problem, or in your past relationships, are you able to acknowledge your shortcomings when it came to it? Now, before y'all answer, I don't want to hear nobody say, well, they cheated, they did this, da. Your shortcomings, the things that you sucked at, are you able to acknowledge that?
Yes.
Yeah, I can acknowledge mine.
Okay, do tell them.
Yeah, mine was because I wanted to. Because my main issue is when I am set on something, that's my dogmaticness. You're not gonna get me to veer from it. And I was set on us being together because we were. Oh, I cut myself. I was set this because of a long distance relationship, and I was set on us being together by a particular time, and
like living together.
Well, in the same city at least.
Okay.
But I was too pushy, and I feel that I pushed my partner away because I was feeling pushy.
Okay.
Mine is the ability to conform. My last relationship, I had a curfew, and partying with you guys.
Oh, so you're not with that word? Is it anymore?
You had a what?
Curfew. So you're not with that person anymore?
Yeah, we reckon on getting family back together.
So you're gonna get your curfew back?
No, we're actually not moving back in together. We're gonna stay.
So I'm just trying to understand. He gave you a curfew?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if I wasn't with him, then I had to be cheating. So it was a trust issue that I broke, but it was my fault because of infidelity. So I had a curfew. And so when it came down,
But you could have cheated before curfew.
No, I couldn't. You have to think the curfew was only like an hour after I got off of work. It takes me an hour to get home.
But you could have cheated at work.
No, I couldn't.
One time.
Because my job was very focused on monitoring like computers.
No, I'm just saying, like, not on him. I'm talking about the mindset of the partners. Like, if someone's gonna cheat, curfew or not, they're gonna find a way to cheat.
Yeah, that is true. But for me, it was really like, because I'm really serious on my job, so it's like I can. But it did put me in a gridlock because it's like I want to hang out with you guys, but at the same time, I don't want to make him upset.
Right.
So my ability not to conform, because again, it was my fault that this curfew was.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is just.
Oh yes, this is real juicy.
Bro, this is.
Ooh, we gotta wrap this show up, man. Hold on.
So,
questions.
Okay.
Ain't it so good to have other people in relationships?
Yes.
So we can ask.
So this is my question.
Oh, y'all have something in common. Go ahead.
All these single people,
Oh.
Wayne and Lamar.
So this is my question.
It was an older man. Go ahead.
Okay, controlling. So if you guys decided to be back together and work through it, at what point is he going to just trust you again?
Trust is very.
Why do you have to have a curfew for him?
For
to
me,
trust
and I can understand because trust is very fragile. So when you break it and somebody's
I'm aware of how fragile it is, but I'm
So-
just saying, if he agreed to be back with you, that means that he's gonna not necessarily forget what transpired, but he's gonna let it go and move forward.
Yes,
so why
yeah.
would he need to put you on a curfew?
Oh no!
In
Like
order for
coming
him
back
to
in,
feel-
because we're not living together, and that's one thing when you're standing with somebody, like you're actually living together, like.
So were you living with him or was he living with you?
I was living with him.
Oh, so it's his house. So he said you can't come into my house until after 6 o'clock.
No, it was more like you can't be out all night. Like so, for me to go to the club and come home at 2, that's too late. You feel
So
me?
what's the good time?
A good time for him is usually I get off at 7, 8.
Good time for you to be in the house is 7 or 8.
7 or 8, yes, correct.
So no.
But I get two nights I can go out of the week. So that's why I used to cut up on my 2 weeks out of the week, nights out of the week.
I'm just
Yeah.
really trying to understand.
No, but these are
these,
no, because you have to think about it. He doesn't have any family down here, so it's not like a controlling thing. It's more of a if you want to be home, if you're really trying to build with me and try to get married, you need to be home. I need somebody here with me.
So how's that not controlling?
It is controlling, but it's not, because at the end of the day, you have to be willing to comply with your partner.
And I don't know
compromise is big, but
I don't know why I'm gonna defend this because I think it's the dumbest shit ever.
You're gonna defend it?
But I kinda get what he's saying. So if this is what I am looking for, you have to understand that again, he's older, he's more settled.
Yeah.
This is what I'm looking for. If this is something you can do, let's do it. If it's something that you cannot do, let's not waste time.
Is that
And
how he presented it? That's not how I'm perceiving
it. It doesn't matter how he presented it. That's the spirit of it. So it is up to him to say, that's something I want, or no, I'm not ready for that.
And I'm not ready for it.
So I mean, I get it. I mean, I get it.
I struggle with that because I just feel like if you gonna get back together and y'all work on it. But don't try to restrain you and keep you away, because no matter what curfew, whether the curfew is 7 o'clock or 10 o'clock, like Micah said, if you want to step out, you're gonna step out. It doesn't matter. You'll find a way, whether it's.
But my thing was, it wasn't like I needed a place to stay. Let's get that one thing clear. I always had my own, you know what I'm saying, place I can always go. So with me,
so this was a choice.
This was a choice.
Right.
And that's
so if my thing is, if you're choosing to deal with somebody, you can't see it from. You have to see it that way as well. Again, he's 45, 46/5.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay.
At the time, I was 25 and 26. Okay. So that's why I'm saying he needs a husband. For me, a relationship is a part of me.
And that's what you want at 25?
No, because a relationship is a part of me. It's not me at all. It's not.
It's not who you are.
It's not who I am. It's a part of me. Okay. So how most people say, you have to be the moon, the stars. I'm your best friend and I'm your lover, but at the same time, life goes on outside of the relationship. And most people forget that. I agree.
Monte said, I hope you chose Friday and Saturdays for your 2 days.
Then you meet me at the club on a Thursday, though?
Right! We ain't gonna talk about that, huh? What happened at the club? Tell us. This is ex-wife.
This is Vontae, if you listening out there, I was fucking with the kid, but you played me to the left, so that was your choice. Ooh.
But he came first. If you want me to take him.
Ooh. Only thing once he said was a ooh. So do Instagram time out or something?
Yeah, we ran over an hour. Oh, let's put this on speaker.
We don't need
It's your turn.
We don't need to call Monte.
Hey, how are you, Monte? It's your wife.
Not phoning a friend.
Okay, so I just said, I just heard about Thursdays. I just wanted to know what Thursday is.
Girl, you ain't even exist at the time. What is you talking about?
I was just trying to see what Thursday was about. Oh, okay. Well, I'll call you when I leave here.
Not you had to call the man.
So what about you?
You were trying to be messy on this situation.
Ain't she?
So what about you?
She like
As far as what? Shut your exactly. About what?
What were your shortcomings in your past
Besides
honestly, I think my biggest downfall is I became extremely insecure. Very, very insecure. When something transpired and like that, he was not faithful. I agreed to be back and work things out, and I don't think I completely really wanted to move on from what happened. So I was extremely insecure. I became possessive, and I felt like I needed to know their every move, and so it became very miserable for the both of us.
Oh my God! So you were just like my ex. You was in his shoes.
Right. That's why I was asking.
So you can see why you put a curfew in a way.
No, I didn't put no curfew on him. The nigga was gonna cheat. He was gonna cheat.
Did you put a track on his phone?
I did not.
Did you put the air tag on the car?
That happened to one of my friends.
I just checked his phone.
Their girlfriend put
Same thing with me.
that little thing on that little clock sticky for your little apple on his car. And he went to go hang out with some girl, and the girl got in the car, and the thing went up, and she was like, someone's tracking you.
You.
I said, oh.
Yeah. I know.
Well, you know that you can like, if you get their phone, you can put like a little code in, and you can see all your text messages that come.
Yes, I know that. I did that.
Did somebody just come and just start eating?
All right, so it's gonna take me time to wrap up the show.
So anything else about your show, Lamar? Well, thank you guys so much for joining in this week for another episode of AllFor1. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. You can follow me at I am Micah-Jamal.
You can follow me at Little Bit Is Fit.
Marlamar .69.
Yes, it
I don't
is.
know.
Follow me on Snapchat at Tay Fantasy.
Ooh. That's why your ass.
Even in drip. Hold on.
Drip.
But we don't have enough time for these.
Drip on me. Bye, y'all.
Okay, so we're not gonna entertain this. But Bonte said, "Say I played him to the left on a Thursday night." Oops. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.